Hello Anderson County, this is Councilman Brett Sanders recapping September the 2nd County Council meeting. Third reading tonight, we did final approval on the lease agreement for the Anderson County Arts Council. So I'm glad to see that was finally finalized. And basically, we had one fee deal that really stands out with TTI, and I thought it was interesting that they have spent $770 million and exceeded their fee agreement by over $1 billion, and they have exceeded the number of employees by almost 2,000 employees. So glad to see that that's working and creating good jobs and creating a good product right here in Anderson County. And finally tonight we had first reading on the moratorium. And basically what that is, and it passed unanimously, and it is a 90-day moratorium, which really, after this first reading, it's more like 120 days, but anything was brought up tonight, anything that has already been planned or been through the planning department or been approved by the planning commission, all that is grandfathered in. This actually will move from today's date forward. There was also an amendment made to it that we had to amend based on state law that says, if a family owns a tract of land and they want to do 5-acre tracts and build houses on there, they can do that by state law as long as they're not putting in new road systems. So kind of like flag lots, basically, for families. So that was added to it. And this was really, I know Code Right has been working on our ordinance process. I don't know if you've written anything on that yet or not, but Code Right is looking into and cleaning up, straightening out some of our ordinances, and this was also a way to stop things to allow them to finish. It also will give us time on our comprehensive plan stuff that we're going around in the county and meeting with people now. So they're having meetings on that as we speak. And also it's going to allow up to 4 houses. And like I said, we had the 5-acre lot things that state law changed, but it allowed up to 4 houses, and really this is going to help us or help the county in trying to get people to look into possible zoning, and that's our largest problem. I know a lot of people get up and speak, and we have uncontrolled growth in this subdivision and that subdivision, and we had someone tonight, he named off about 4 subdivisions, and I think one's in Pendleton area and several right here on Midway Road, but all that was annexed. Annexation, we don't have any control over that. We don't have any say-so over it. So I'm hoping that this ordinance or this moratorium doesn't promote more annexation, and that's one of the possible negative side effects of it is, if something gets turned down or they don't want to wait and go through the proper process, is they'll go and if able, they'll annex their properties. Also, our largest problem, as I've seen, people were talking about subdivision, but a lot of people, if you really look at the comprehensive plan, which we're redoing now, 10-year plans coming up, but a lot of these things that's going on are following the comprehensive plan that was designed in the past, and I know people get upset and oh, I moved here in my neighborhood, I don't want anything, but it does follow the comprehensive plan, and you have to meet legalities, and I think it was brought up tonight. The planning commission, we're seeing now excess or high numbers of appeals that we're actually losing. And people, I think a lot of times we get involved, and I'm guilty of that, getting involved on a project emotionally, but it's more a fact-based thing, and the court determines the facts, and then it happens, and that's the process that we have to deal with. I'd love to see as we're looking into some of those excess appeals that we're seeing, is to see more training taking place and helping them to understand. In a room with a lot of people outspoken, no one comes to a county council meeting or a planning commission meeting to show their support. Most of the time it's negative, and I think a lot of them have a hard time qualifying the facts versus emotion. And I think I'd love to see get us some more training involved. And I think co-write with straightening out some of these ordinances is going to lay a groundwork that we can turn something down or approve something and do it with legal merit. And so that's in the process, working on. I haven't gotten an update lately, but I do know that they're continuing their work, and I look forward to seeing the final documents come before council and seeing them made public to the public. And I do know that they will be going around, and they have said that during our comprehensive plan work, when we're having our comprehensive plan meetings, that they'll be willing to help people understand the zoning process. And I've said it to you a lot of times. The biggest problem that we have is sewer in an unzoned area, and the thing is, it doesn't come before council. And like the apartment deals, they can be approved right in the planning department, and the rest of it goes before the planning commission. So I'm looking forward to seeing more checks and balances in place, and more clear ordinances, so that us as council members, planning commission leaders or members, and our staff have concrete ordinances that we can stand behind, versus have this ordinance and then something else kind of conflicting it. So it's a huge undertaking, but I look forward to seeing the final result, and look forward to sharing it with everyone. And I hope everyone had a good time this weekend at our concert. And I went to I was out of town for the concert, but I went to the Cancer Association's Balloons Above Anderson, and great band, great crowd, and just proud to be here.